Yes, Irina.
Yeah, hi, Wayne. So, as we were talking about guilt, I was reflecting on the sense that once you really feel that you're not responsible or you're not the doer, you can also, it's also naturally extended to the other human being, right? And so you see that whatever they did, they couldn't, like, that was not, they were not the author. And I was really kind of looking at that last week because I'm a therapist and I work with sometimes with people who did like pretty heavy stuff or really really dark stuff, and sometimes it's so heavy and hard to sit with that. I even last week I was even wondering, like, why am I doing this? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why did I pick a profession to do that? But not that I author that, it just seems like that's my nature or whatever at this point. But to sit with someone in that space where there's no like judgment of them doing that, of a like very dark, horrible act. And sometimes I can't do that. I can't. Like, I know you said there's a difference between like liking it, approving of it, and knowing that they're not the author. Of course, I'm never gonna like what they did. But there is like this relief or like seeing that they couldn't have done any other way.
Yes.
But I don't know why tears come here, because I don't know why tears came right now, but it seems very, like, I don't know, relieving, maybe even for me who haven't done it. but again, of course, it's the same side of the coin, right? It's like the same.
Because you have done things that you feel are horrible, that
I
don't
have.
meet. I know you. Everyone has. You're not unique. Everyone
Right.
has. Now you haven't done that really horrible thing that that person did. Granted.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really a matter of degree in terms of the fact of it. But the element that converts the pain of such an action into suffering is what we're dealing with, what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm. So when you see like that you truly couldn't have done any other way, when you see it, there's like the relief or something. I'm just curious about the tears that came. It's like this.
There is the relief. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
felt it. There is
Mm-hmm.
the relief of that. There's still the pain of whatever it is you did. That that's a fact. That's a fact of life. That's a fact of the existence. We're not obliterating that. We're not negating or neutralizing that. But there is a freedom or a relief from that crushing sense of personal responsibility for having authored the act.
That's like a weight always there. If you feel like you're responsible, it's like something you every day is like eating you, basically. So with that space, you basically can make contact with anything, right? Like with any horrible thing, because you see it as a function of totality, as what is. And it's a
We can say that. I mean, that's the way to kind of articulate something that is really too vast to articulate.
Mhm. But it seems like you can look at what happens. I don't know, there's such a nature to like look away from that horrors, you know.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, but some of us can't help but look.
Yeah.
For some reason, there's like this need to keep looking at that. I don't know why. And that's the only place you can really look at that, you know, like that's otherwise you're gonna get crushed under questions of why it happens and how does it happen, how does human being is capable, and so on. And that's not helpful, in a way. Yeah, that's true healing for me, looking from that place, you know. So when it happens that I'm in touch with that, it's like it's great. It feels nice and expansive and like, oh yeah. And if I'm not in touch, then I'm suffering. That's kind of how it goes. Feel like I'm grateful for this place now. But I'm like crying today, but it's like this place, what you bring is like that place, basically. It's like the source, and I come and drink from the source, and that's how it feels. Anyway, I'm emotional today, and that's okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Like, from, I don't even know what I would do without this. It just feels so nourishing. Thank you, Wayne.